Leviathan Vizure, one of my favorites from him. Actually, the one that cracked me first. I remember DMing Will, and I was like, hey, man, like, we're not at the right spot to carry you, which this is like years ago. I don't know, whenever that launched, he could probably tell me. And I was like, what's the best way to support you? I just want to buy one, you know? And I don't know if I ever got around to just purchase. I was just going to purchase one straight up just for myself. I like to try stuff too. I purchased Black Lion from their site before we carried it as well, just so I could see if I sort of felt like it met label claims. But that's the first thing I bought when we got it in. I ultimately got around to it. I love the look of it. I'm a sucker for good mushroom extracts and adaptogens, right? Good ones. I think adaptogens are a category where the extraction or the potency matters, and you can see it here. And you know, it's just super patently obvious that he's got a good maca. He's got a good eleuthero, which is Siberian ginseng, as you can see. He's got a good cordyceps. And remember, sometimes I want to pull the cordyceps out of the Pico too, and just take it as a standalone, because it itself has some great properties that have to do with neurotransmitter production, dopamine, that I'm interested in. That's sort of independent of all the other mushrooms in Pico 2. And other times I'll just take the damn Pico 2, but I like some extra cordyceps on top of it. That's a good rhodiola as well. There's a lot of discourse around the salidrosides, that's going to appear in, I think, rhodiola crenulata, which is in like Glaxon's pre-workout. Love it. There are differences though, different use cases. The salidrosides are going to be more energetic, which is why you're going to see it in the pre-workout. But I think, again, it shows you like the lack of nuance in the discourse, where people are just like, oh yeah, it's more salidroside, so it's better. No, it's different outcomes, right? What we pull out of the plant, and we know that intuitively. Brings me to my next point with things like ashwagandha. You can pretty palpably feel the difference between KSM and Sensoril and Shoden. At least I can. They all feel different. Shoden to me the most sort of relaxing as well, but you know, really not so bad here that I couldn't take this pre-workout. Despite the Bacopa and the Shoden, both of which can be sort of calming, I was getting plenty of utility and mileage out of the maca, the cordyceps, the rhodiola, in terms of pre-workout. And then even the reishi, like there's a little bit of an acute decline in immune function from hard training. It makes sense, right? And so reishi, primarily, you can see beta-glucans. That should be familiar to you. We're going to talk about that a lot in, like, say, nectar. There's just a lot in here to like, and that's the idea of the stress support formula. Keeps you balanced. If you go to the well won't be dry, meaning if your body tries to make energy, there's a backboard for it to bounce off of. That's what happens